write your jokes and send them to the producers, and we'll review them and make sure things are okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I had about 67 rejected. Can't say
What?
that. Change this. Don't do that.
Hell.
We want to talk a little bit before we move on to the main meat, which is your brilliant podcast. Let's talk a little bit about Roast Battle. I think that's potentially when I first found out about you.
Okay.
Fucking brilliant. I mean, I've been part of sort of copy formats on YouTube and whatnot. And
We're doing one for Have a Word. We're doing the roast of Adam and Dan.
Oh, really?
With 8 comedians roasting us.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that. I went and roasted the Sidemen.
Yeah.
I think that was at the Comedy Store as well. There's no one in though. It's nerve wracking and it's I found it difficult. But you seem to be a bit of a master at it. Do you write? First of all, tell us a bit about that show. Are there things you can't say? Do they tell you? Because it seems to the viewer that you can say whatever you want.
No, you can't. I wrote. So you have to write 5 jokes for Roast Battle.
Right.
For Comedy Central's Roast Battle.
So you know who you're going to be battling.
Yeah.
Right.
You have to write 5 jokes about them.
Is this before you're told you're going on, or like, because what I mean?
This is in the months building up to it. So you get told a few months out, you're going to be battling. I battled Maisie Adam.
Yeah.
Here's a fact sheet about Maisie.
Yeah.
Write your jokes and send them to the producers, and we'll review them and make sure things are okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I had about 67 rejected. Can't say
What?
that. Change this. Don't do that.
Really?
To be honest, I love doing that show because I think it's well within my wheelhouse, that stuff. Especially with the time to write it. But it was a difficult thing to get over the line because you get to a point where they were being so nitpicky. And it's not the producers, it's the fucking lawyers who work for TV channels who are like, don't know whether you can say that. And it's the things they nitpick at.
Yeah.
Like, I one of the jokes I said to her was, Maisie is often described in reviews as down to earth by, I think they mean she looks so pale, she looks like she's been dug up. She looks like a ghost of one of the prostitutes the Yorkshire Ripper killed. That was one of the jokes that got approved. That was originally going to be, she looks like a ghost of one of the kids buried on the Yorkshire moors because she's from Yorkshire. And they went, no dead kid jokes. And I had a separate issue with them saying that specifically, and I'll tell you why in a minute. And I was like, right. And then I changed it to what a ghost of one of the prostitutes Peter Sutcliffe killed. And the note I got back was, no. And I was like, right, what do you want? And they were like, do you know what? We'll let you have that one, but you've got to say Yorkshire Ripper so it dehumanises him. And it's like, come on, guys. It's Roast Battle. No one's tuning in and not writing their angry letter of complaint because I've changed that. It's just not fucking happening.
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
Yeah. Wow.
Also, when you sign up for Roast Battle, they have a team of writers within the show, and you don't have to use these at any point, but they do give you some jokes. So let's say it was me against you. They would go, right, our writers have written 10 jokes about Adam. If you can't be arsed writing any yourself, you can just have these. And one of the ones they gave Maisie for me referenced Hillsborough. And I was like, right, well, I can't do a dead kid joke.
Yeah.
But she can do a Hillsborough joke. And one of them went, well, we're not so worried about the backlash from that. And I was like, you've got no idea what the city of Liverpool is like, and I need to put this phone down now and have a conversation with my agent. Because I was like, first of all, if Maisie, by the way, who's amazing and great, she was never going to do that joke.
Yeah.
She was like, have you seen this? This is horrible. The reason it pissed me off, I was like, they think me doing a Yorkshire Moors joke is going to get more of a backlash than Hillsborough. And it fucking is not.
Yeah.
Maisie would never have been able to gig in Liverpool ever again if they'd have like talked her into doing that joke.
That's mad, isn't it?
Mad.
That is fucking crazy.
But it comes from the lawyers of TV.
That's what I mean, because it's such a thin line. I don't know like that's just some lawyer that decides his line is there, where it's not. Yeah, that is hard.
It's really strange. I love doing it. I think it's a fun show.
Yeah.
But I don't even know if it's coming back ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Just think it's probably one of these things that people will think, the general public will think it's a bit outdated now. Or...
No, I think the channel got bought by an even bigger company, and season 3 that I did was the start of that that bigger company's lawyers being more policing of the stuff.
Oh, okay.
And I think they've sort of gone, right, that was already commissioned, but we probably ought to do another one because that was a lot of back and forth with all the acts.
Has anybody ever roasted you and it's really cut you? because the Hillsborough thing's obviously not at you personally. Could
No.
anyone say anything that about you personally that would?
No, I'm quite watered off a duck's back,
Yeah.
especially when I understand that that's what's going on.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because there was some pretty intense. Like Maisie said some pretty intense stuff at you and your family and stuff like that. And yeah,
She'd asked in advance, was
Of
I
course.
okay with everything? And I was just like, go for it.
yeah,
Like, it's not real.
yeah.
It's not real.
Has there ever been a roast that has like stuck with you? Like even if it's in a funny way, like even like a few days later, you're like, that was actually quite good, or the other way.
Yeah, like what's worse, a roast from a comedian or an online Twitter comment?
That by miles.
Really?
Because they mean it.
Oh, I guess yeah. You know the comedian's
Someone
doing it in
tweeting you
jest.
going, you fat, horrible, lazy-eyed swat, you shite, and I don't watch any of your stuff, fuck you. You're like, why have I upset this man so much? He hates me, and why? And I don't know what I've done. Whereas a roast battle is you're entering into an agreement.
You're there.
We're
going
to say the most horrible things to each other, and we've all got to just accept that it's okay.
Have you got any roast for me? That's too quick a reaction. I'm nervous.
I'm excited.
Oh God, I spent
At last.
I
Thank you
think
so
you look
much.
like if Geppetto asked for a real boy, but he didn't have Pinocchio, and he had the plank from Ed, Ed and Eddie.
Have you done that specifically for me?
Yeah, of course I have. I wouldn't work on him. He doesn't look like that wooden thing. You do a bit.
I like that.
Does that feel good?
It was really nice. Have you got any more? Just keep going. All for the rest of this episode. I'm happy for you to just keep roasting him.
We do go at each other quite a lot, don't we?
I barely say
Well,
anything.
I go at you. Well, actually,
You go at me and I go at your alcoholic mum.
That's another similarity that I
that's the
think.
jump.
We're the same person, mate.
Yeah, I know.
East
This-
Anglia
yeah.
and the Northwest
Yeah.
together at last.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking earlier. People should probably just stop listening to this and just go and listen to Have a Word.
We'll talk about that in a
Please
minute.
do
Right?
that,
We
actually,
but a lot of Scouts, and I don't want to
I
get
would rather
political, but
Liverpool win a Carabao Cup than England win the World Cup.
would you really?
Oh.
100%.